This is a game that I remember that I bought with my birthday money, and obviously I paid £4 for it. I tried it once, I didn't like it, and then I never played it again. So I think now it's 2020, it's probably about time that I gave it another try. And actually, it doesn't look like it's a bad game. I'm not really sure what it is that I didn't like about it. It's not a re-release game. I think this was a budget game when it was new. So it's one of those cheap and cheerful little things. Sometimes these cassettes make noises like it's crunching up the tape inside. And I have known that to happen before, so I do get a little bit worried sometimes. It seems to be loading okay. Now this title screen music is a bit of a hidden gem. Of course, this is a home computer game, so the title screen is very, very basic, as is often the case. I think I'll upload this music separately, because it's really good. And now the game. Very bright colours. Yeah, there's no in-game music in this version of the game, which is actually usually quite disappointing. It often makes a game feel just a little bit dull if there's not too many sound effects going on and there's no in-game music either. But that's fine. I mean, I'm sure this game was made for children, so the nice colourful graphics are quite appealing. Actually, they're really well drawn as well. These graphics are really, really nice. Now, the aim of the game is to collect all of the stars throughout the level. So it's not just a case of reaching the top, you have to collect all of the stars along the way, otherwise you'll have to go back and collect them. And I think when I played this originally, I didn't get past the first level. Not really sure what it was that put me off. It might have just seemed a little bit dull. Because often you'd buy these games, or at least I remember I would, just go into a computer shop with £5 or £10 of birthday money, and I would just choose a game from the dozens and dozens of, or the hundreds of budget games available. I do remember one year I bought a tag team wrestling game, which I really liked. I bought one of the Dizzy collections, Dizzy's Excellent Adventures one year, which was incredibly good value for money. So I guess one year I bought this game and I just didn't like it, and it wasn't exactly a disaster. If you don't like a game, you just play something else. I'm not sure what the reviews were for this game, or if it was even reviewed. It's hard to say, really. I suppose I could look it up because I do have all of the Amstrad Action magazines as PDF files, because some very good people put together a collection of all of the issues. And I think at the time there were probably comparisons to Rainbow Islands, because even though this doesn't play anywhere near like that, it does look very similar, and you've just got the vertically scrolling levels. This is much more simple. Yeah, I've not mentioned that you can't kill enemies, you can only freeze them. You get a snowball attack, you can freeze enemies, and after a couple of seconds they'll just come back. There's no power-ups, it's nothing like that. You've probably noticed by now the game moves very, very slowly. That does make it a little bit... It does make it feel a little bit unresponsive, but it is actually perfectly playable. Oh, one hit will kill you. Did I miss that one, or do I just have to go back and get it? I'm sure it must save how many stars you've collected. You can see at the bottom there, there's that green status panel. It does say that there's 3 stars left, and is that 4 takes? It's actually quite difficult to make out what it says on that status panel. They could have made the numbers a little bit bigger. Oh, that was close. See, that status panel's in mode 1, but the main game is in mode 0. The Amstrad has 3 modes. Mode 0 is the most commonly used one for games because it lets you use 16 colours at the same time, but it's a very low resolution. So you've got very, very blocky graphics, but they did a really good job with the pixel art here. It looks really nice. And the status panel is in mode 1, which has got a higher resolution, which is almost like a pretty standard screen size, but you can only choose 4 colours. And then mode 2 is for serious things, which has got a pretty damn high resolution for an 8-bit machine. Something like 640 by 200. Oh, I beat the level. I think that's the first time I've ever beaten a level in this game. But looking at the cassette inlay, it actually looks like there's only 3 levels, because it only lists 3 different sections. but I think there might be more levels in the actual game. Now obviously this is a very old game, and Ed the Duck is a very old character. But I do remember he was part of a after-school children's TV sort of thing where they would advertise the next program. Children's. Oh, this is a BBC thing, isn't it? So it's probably children's BBC or CBBC. And really, the character was just a hand puppet. So I don't think he was really some major mascot for the BBC. You know, computer game companies do love their licensing mascots, and I suppose he does work as a character for a computer game, I suppose. So I think this game does have a decent amount of challenge actually. They've got the balance just about right. So playing this game today, I actually quite like it. I didn't like it at all at the time. But you know, things change, don't they? You do tend to change as you grow older. I guess I've just got a bit more patience for games that have no music. Or perhaps it's because I'm playing this in order to make a video of it, is the reason why I'm sticking with it. But I don't know, this game's not too bad actually. I think it would be quite good if it was a little bit faster and a little bit smoother. Oh, that was a close one. Almost got boshed by that cloud. So I need to find a way to get that star without getting hit. Nope, never mind. Oh well, there we go. Game over. Yeah, do you know what? I like that game. I'm not sure I'll... I mean, there's a chance I'll never load it up ever again and never play it, but after all these years I've actually got my £4 value for money by actually playing the game. That is Ed the Duck. And yeah, like I said before, I'll upload this music separately. Surprisingly fun game, and well made and with good music, good graphics. The only issue I have with it is that it's just a little bit simple and a little bit too slow. That's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.